Before you invest another peso in the Philippine stock market, there is one company you need to understand and be aware of, especially if you're someone who loves dividends and steady, predictable returns. Today, we're talking about RFM Corporation, a major Filipino food and beverage company with a long history and some serious income potential. But it's not without risks. So if you're thinking about putting your hard-earned money into RFM's stock, this video is for you. Before we proceed, just a disclaimer. This content is for educational and informational purpose only and not a financial advice. Let's get a picture of today's Philippine market performance. At the close of the trading day, the index is up by 1.1% or 71.89 points. Almost all sectors are in green except for holdings and properties. Highest gainer from all the sectors is services with 4.25%. It is worth noting the value turnover of ICT today, which reached 2 billion pesos. SCC and DMC, who lost a lot the previous days, are trying to recover in today's trading. On gold prices, the price of gold per ounce today is trading at around 5,100 to 5,200 US dollars. This is the highest in the history so far. Looking at the PSE stock chart, we are observing that the trend of the Philippine stock market is still up, with lower high and higher high. The stock in focus today is RFM Corporation. This company is one of the Philippines' well-known food and beverage companies, with a history that goes back decades. The company focuses on products that Filipino families use every day, from flour and pasta to milk and ready-to-drink beverages. Over the years, RFM has built strong brands and reliable distribution across the country, making it a steady player in the local consumer market. What makes RFM attractive to investors is its focus on essential goods. Food is a basic need, which means demand remains consistent even during challenging times. With an established market presence, diversified product lines, and experience in managing well-known household brands, RFM positions itself as a stable company rooted in everyday consumption and long-term growth. Now let's talk numbers, because as investors, that's what matters most. Here's a snapshot of RFM's revenue and net income over the years. The dividend yield is also added so you can understand the cash returns to shareholders. From 2021 to 2024, the revenue of the company is consistently increasing. The net income, however, faltered in 2022. As a company, RFM has been so generous in sharing part of their income to the shareholders in the form of dividends. From 2021 to 2024, we are seeing an average dividend yield of 7.25%. This is a huge return of investment through dividend shares. As you can see in this slide, the stock price of RFM was declining from 2021 to 2024. That is a clear 3-year decline. And if you are just depending on your decision based on this decline, then you might think about selling the stock. The good thing, however, is that starting 2024, the stock price has been constantly growing, and there seems to be no stopping for this stock price to climb. Now let's break down the positives that make this company interesting. Firstly, this company is about essential food production. People always need food. RFM is in the business of everyday consumption products, which helps stabilize demand even in the rough economic times. Second, there is an evidence of solid profitability and dividend policy. The company has delivered steady net income growth and have a track record of paying dividends regularly. This is including generous yields compared to many other Philippine stocks. And lastly, the company has strong balance sheet. RFM has made statements about having low to no debt, which gives them financial flexibility and reduces risk of financial distress. This is not to mention the strength of the brand and the market reach that it has. Products like Selecta and Royal have strong brand recognition, and the company has diversified segments from consumer retail to institutional sales. But every investment has downsides, and RFM is no exception. Here are three risks you should factor in. Number one, input cost volatility. RFM's products rely heavily on raw materials like wheat, milk, and sugar. Sudden spikes in commodity prices can squeeze margins. Second, market competition. The food and beverage space is crowded. Retail competitors and imported products could put pricing pressure on RFM. Number three, dependence on consumer spending. While food is essential, premium categories like ice cream can be sentiment driven, meaning revenues could dip in recessionary environments. Here are the challenges that the company has to hurdle. First, logistics disruptions. Natural events like floods or typhoons have previously disrupted supply chains and distribution, and the Philippines is prone to this. Next, inflationary pressure. Inflation impacts consumer purchasing power, especially for non-essential products like premium ice cream. So, should you invest in RFM? Here's how I personally see it. If you're a dividend investor and you're looking for stable payout and a defensive play in the Philippine market, RFM has a compelling case. If you are a growth investor chasing high returns, RFM may not fit that profile, even though earnings are stable. If you're focused on value and income, the consistent dividend and strong brands could make RFM a core holding. As long as you're aware of the risks, remember, no stock is a guaranteed winner. Always do your research. Consider your risk tolerance and balance your portfolio. If you found this helpful, hit the like button, subscribe, and let me know in the comments if you want a deeper understanding of other Philippine stocks. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.